2 years ago, the biggest HunterxHunter game we have ever seen on Roblox was released for 200 Robux, and within the first day it had gotten 5,000 players at once. And in my opinion, calling this game a scam would be generous, but hear me out and then decide what you think for yourself. So as I said, it came out for 200 Robux, but people were quick to pay for it as people believed that this was the HunterxHunter game of the future, promising innovative features and updates such as PvP arenas, New York, and Heaven's Arena, which we'll look at later. But I first want to talk about the cash grab features of this game. You were able to buy practically everything in this game. The game had a ton of game passes, which people even bought blindly before even playing the game. And as soon as people opened the game, they instantly bought the best abilities and spun for the best clans. I personally know people that spent thousands of Robux on this game, but anyone that played the game at that time knew that in every lobby people had the best abilities, and the game just came out, meaning they all bought them with Robux, which make sure to remember because this becomes really relevant later. But realistically, this was the least of the real issues with the game, as you could argue it's the people's fault for spending all the money without really looking into the actual game. But once you actually played the game, you could tell it was so unpolished it was crazy. It was one of the most laggy experiences people had ever seen, making PvP impossible and PvE really unenjoyable. They had simple issues such as your dash canceling sprint, but they had a lot of these small issues which added up to major problems. But even with all these issues, the game still wasn't straight trash for games at the time, and although it was a straight bandit beater with no content, it had potential as long as they provided updates they promised and fixed a lot of the bugs. So they would go on to make a lot of developments in the game by providing not a single update throughout the game. The creator of the game would make multiple videos regarding what happened in the game, but never really addressed why there wasn't a single real update or anything of that sort. But what the creator did say is that he admitted messing up and understood what the issues were, and he seemed sorry for it, and he promised to make up for it by making a new game and compensating the old players in his game, which will be released in 2022. I'll play those clips for you guys.
I want to apologize. I'm sorry for everybody that spent money on the previous game. I'll try to figure out some kind of way to at least try to compensate. I don't know if I can fully compensate that. I definitely can't. I already disappointed a lot of people by the game ending up in the way that it did. I can say that at least. I don't know when the game will come out. I can say for a fact it will not be 2021. It will definitely not be 2021, but it will be 2022. That I can guarantee. This time I'm not lying.
And I'm sorry to break the bad news, but he was in fact lying, as it's 2023 now with no new game yet. He would then make a follow-up video 6 months later, where he would basically say the same things about how the devs are better now, which he had said before in the previous video, and also make it seem like they really hadn't even started the new game between those 6 months. And that brings us to today, where we are in 2023 and we have seen little progress on the new game besides a few sneaks in the trailer with zero gameplay. And it seems they're not even working on it right now, saying they're taking a break to work on other projects to fund this one, which makes me wonder what the fuck happened to all the money from Ultimate Finale. Like I said, people spent a lot of money on that game with so many game passes, abilities, and clans. And I understand that games aren't cheap, but they spent zero time on updates in Ultimate Finale, so I think they could use that here. But it just seems to me like they don't care about making an actual quality game, but just getting Robux from people. But despite all that, a lot of people are still supporting them, which I don't have a problem with, and I hope they are able to make an actual quality game to make up for Ultimate Finale, but it just doesn't seem like they're actually doing what they're saying they are. But that's just me. I would still consider this game a scam because they advertised updates and all these things that are going to be added to the game, which led to people spending their money on the game, and they never actually added those things. If y'all enjoyed, I make content like this every day, so if you would consider subscribing, I would appreciate it. Thank y'all.